I won the bidding and now it's down to the collecting. I'm on the train to the south coast all the way from Yorkshire. It's going to be about 15 hours overall, and the second half is coming back in a car I haven't even seen. I'm very excited at getting this car, but I'm also very nervous. Some of the things in the listing seem really good, but there's always something that makes you think, have I done the right thing? And my old wisdom always was, the further you go, the worse it is. I'm letting the train take the strain, but with 5 changes, it does get a bit tense when you're getting into a station. Well, it's definitely a bit of a trek. You always feel lonely when you're going through London, even though there's millions of people and you're fighting your way to get to where you want to be. Next train in about 10 minutes.
We will shortly be arriving at Farringdon. Change here for...
It's not been much of a battle to get here, to be honest. The railways have been fantastic, but I'm now at Hastings, so I'm just need to meet my contact and carry on to pick up our project. Well, this is the first site of this project, and from here it actually looks quite good. Well, I'd like to say the journey's been trouble-free, but for some reason it seems to be only running on 3 cylinders at the moment. I think it's either a plug or a coil pack's gone out. I've just had a quick twiddle of the coil packs and a wiggle of the wiring like you do. Let's see how I go on for the rest of the journey. Well, the young spanner finally influenced me into getting my very own money pit, and this BMW E36 Compact 1999 318 Ti. Even the BMW fans amongst you will be thinking that this car's an oddball choice, But stick with me, I'll try to explain. To be honest, I wasn't really planning to buy this car. It was just one of those punts on eBay where you don't really expect to win the bidding.
Business in the front, party in the back. As silly as it looks, this car actually makes a bit more sense than you might think. It's pretty much an E36 with the boot chopped off, making it a small hatchback, which is actually quite practical for a daily car. This is the sportier version with the 1.9 litre M44 4-cylinder rev-happy motor. It's only around 140-ish horsepower, so it's by no means a speed machine, but it's definitely an engaging drive. It's one of those cars that you can drive at 9/10 and keep your foot in without getting locked up, which is great. Further to that, I think the values have also reached rock bottom for these now. They're actually quite a bargain. Most of them are being turned into drift cars, so the remaining ones, I suspect it's only going to be up from here, making depreciation on a car like this no factor whatsoever.
This example in particular is very tired, especially from a cosmetic point of view. The Hellrock paintwork has all but left the building, and there's lacquer peel like I've never seen before. Inside, it's also a bit tired. The headliner is heading towards the carpet. If you sit in the back, it gives you a nice little rub on the back of your head. The seats are very tired, a bit like a church pew, but with ripped leather. The car's well on its way to the moon. It's got 175,000 miles on it. But it hasn't had lots of owners. The last two owners owned it for about 10 years each. There's a stack of receipts that show they did try to put quite a lot of love and care and attention into this car. Before we got it, it was sat for a few months, so it does need a good service and a going over. One of the things we've noticed is it doesn't really come up to temperature, so it's already got the heating issues that BMWs have. We think a thermostat and a water pump should sort that out. The misfire I had really worried me, but the good news is, now I've cleaned the plugs, it actually runs reasonably well. Having spoken to the previous owner, he said he had had an issue in the past where water got into the actual tubes where the spark plugs are, and when I came to clean them, that seemed to be what the issue was. I've got plans not just to give this car some TLC, but also to do some period correct modifications and perhaps a few other tweaks to make it drive and look fantastic. Previously, we had a Clio 182. I put about 40,000 miles on that car, use it as a drive to work, but we also did a few track days with it. We had it round Donington and Silverstone, I remember. And when I saw the pictures for this, it has been to the Nürburgring. It's always been on my bucket list, so it might be something I could aspire to. We'll have to see how that goes. Before that, we're going to have to do a thorough Inspection 2 style service and get that water pump and thermostat changed. We've got a lot of plans of things we're going to do with this particular car, so it'd be a really good idea to subscribe and follow along with us. But anyway, thank you very much for watching.
Clear left.
Is it?
Yeah.
You sure?
Still clear left.
No, it's not.
It is.
Oh. Thank you.